What's up, family? It's me, your boy, your Urban Sports Guru. And watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like, subscribe. And watching on Instagram, check out the YouTube page. Make sure you hit the like. But I just wanted to also highlight y'all about NBA free agency in totality. Um, I want to hit y'all up because my curiosity about this year's NBA free agency is: our teams going to continue to overspend? And I bring this up because a couple of years ago, because of the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, an influx of money came in, and with that influx of money, also there was a limit, a barrier that all teams had to spend at least X amount of dollars. There was a lot of guys who got paid. I'm talking they got paid, and the NBA is not the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. Once they sign their name in a contract, that money's theirs. You cut them, you still gotta pay them or buy them out. That money's guaranteed. And you've seen a lot of NFL players. They will like send little tweets like, "Damn, I should have shot more basketball" and shit like that. Like I remember that. It was just a couple of years ago because a lot of guys got paid. Chandler Parsons, if I remember correctly, got like $94 million. Not a bad player, but Chandler Parsons got $94 million by Memphis. Now they trying everything they could do to get rid of him. Charlotte gave Nicholas Batum $100 million. This is a guy who was averaging 12, maybe 14 points a game. Got $100 million. Nicholas Batum. Timothy Mozgov got like 40. Luol Deng got like 70. Luol Deng at the end of his career got like 70 from the Lakers. Why? There was a limit. They had to at least spend X amount of dollars on player salaries. So that forced teams to, you have to spend this money. You got to give it to somebody. And there was a lot of guys who got paid. I've just named a few. And with all the guys I just named, all of those teams have been trying their damnness to get out from under those contracts. And not one thing that doesn't get talked about a lot enough, and I'm going to speak on it, is that I knew Golden State after losing to Cleveland was going to have to do something. It's not because they lost, it was because of Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes was due for a contract that year and ended up getting 90 plus, close to 100 from Dallas. But I knew Golden State wasn't going to pay him, win, lose, or draw. I remember telling my brethren that shit. I said, they're going to have, because I remember that year in the regular season, the prospect of Kevin Durant going in, it sounded too crazy. I remember that year in the finals, I was telling my bro Chop, I'm like, yo, they might have to get Kevin Durant. He's like, nigga, we up 3-1. Why we need to get Kevin Durant? I said, I'm going to tell you why. Where's Harrison Barnes? 2 years in a row, Harrison Barnes was MIA in the NBA Finals. 2 years in a row. You don't do that for your team, even if they end up winning the championship, then get 90 plus $1 million. They wasn't going to pay him. They wasn't going to pay him. It's almost like, okay, we have to replace him. Who's the best guy on the market to replace him? Kevin Durant. So it was like, if Harrison Barnes would have decently, just played decently, they win one of those games, and Kevin Durant is never on the Warriors. But he was another guy who got paid. So with so many guys got paid, it makes me curious in this off season about what's going to happen. Now, so far, we've seen Denver, according to reports, they're going to re-sign their center, Jokic, to 5 years, 146. And I think they have to, and I think they have a possible super team in the making because of Michael Porter Jr. As y'all all know how I feel about that young brother. God bless him. I hope he's healthy. I wish him the best. I wish him the best, but I don't wish him the best. And I've already explained when I like explaining that. But I'm just curious, and this is another reason why I'm feeling like LeBron might just opt in and wait till next year. There's going to be so much more money at stake. So much more money and more free agents for him to do whatever finagling to handpick the team he wants. LeBron's not just making his decision based off of basketball. It's based off of business. He's he has the option to opt in for another what 35, 36 million dollars. That being said, on the free agent market with the extra money that's gonna come in next year, LeBron fuck around and get 40 or 50. It's looking more and more like he might opt in. And with other players, we already seen Draymond. I'm not signing no extension this year. I'll wait till next year. We've seen Kyrie. I'm not signing no extension this year. I'll wait till next year. We've seen Kawhi Leonard, who has this 1 year left. He'll be a free agent next year. With all these guys being locked up and the fact that so much more money is coming in, it makes me curious about what's going to happen this offseason. I anticipate teams being a little more frugal. Teams being a little more frugal. But in the same token, they would like to try to get guys signed up now. They would love to. They would love to try to get guys signed up now. So I'm curious what's going to happen. I just the only concern is them giving out stupid ass contracts like the Nicholas Batum contract. Now I'm not against no brother getting this money. God bless you, Mr. Batum. But Charlotte can't wait to get rid of him now. When you got a terrible contract like that on your team, it cripples your team from making any moves. It cripples your team from moving forward because we're paying you all this money and you're not worth all this money. And when that's not just a 1 year thing, it's one thing that happens when you have a guy like that for 1 year. You know next year his money's coming off the books. That's not the case with Batum. It's not the case. It's not the case with Chandler Parsons. Not the case at all. But anyway, that's just my take about NBA free agency. I don't think it's going to be as wild this year as it will be next year. But we'll have to wait and see. Guru out.